So, a very warm welcome to everyone. So, before starting the actual competition,
I hope everyone is ready for the panel discussion, the finale. So, who wants to present first? Sankalp?
Thank you, moderator. When we look into this panel question, should tech companies control human info? We have to draw a very firm line between utility, and sovereignty. Let's keep that simple. In my opinion, nobody says technology is bad. We all use it, like from in school to mobile phones. Everyone needs GPS.
So what is Base 44 and what do you think they were using the information for that you gave to them?
So Base 44 is just like an app to make apps, which I used because I wanted to learn many things of AI prompting. And all they needed my data was for to make my app more personalized and better, which I liked because personalization is an important part of technology nowadays.
So, Sankalp, what do you think are some risks of technology companies having too much control over our data?
If they have too much control in my data, I'll give another example of my mom's experience. So basically what happened was when she went to like a place and visited a tech program, they she like accidentally gave a little more information, and almost instantly her phone was completely flooded with ads, emails, business tracking, like things she likes, and it was really disturbing and annoying. I saw it happen with my own eyes. The tech companies probably sell them to make more profit. It's proved by Harvard's study.
Uh, do you think that stricter rules on data collection and how companies use data might slow down innovation and new technology development?
If people like um give a lot of restrictions and many rules and regulations to stop companies from taking a lot of innovation, it won't actually slow innovation. It'll actually make it more precise and better because the more less information they have to process and personalize and sell, the more faster things can go. I would say the same thing as Base 44. They can get some information, such as your personal favorite color and different things you might prefer, and also put like a prompt so that they only take information that they need for personalization instead of just selling it for profit. Even hackers can get take that research and your personal info and misuse it in a very bad way.
I feel like people from big tech companies they cannot collect our data and sell them because it could be extremely sensitive, and if selling it could mean like a lot of things. For example, from personal experience, we had to give some of our information to our car's dealership. All right, so but that dealership they probably sold our data to probably like a scammer, and then next couple of days we got some like a paper in the mail saying we had to pay a tax. But on closer look, it wasn't actually from the dealership, which means they probably sold our data. But the scary thing is that they had every single information piece about us, like what our car model is, what our name was, where we lived, which means if you could have too much data and the big tech companies can sell them, which means it could be pose a danger to us because now they have our information, they can try scamming us out of money. Um, so it's happening to like a lot of companies. They would collect, data brokers will collect and sell sensitive personal information like location, health, or like name, that kind of thing, like without meaningful oversight. I got this from a government investigative report. So it comes from a university finding, and they would go to they would figure out which what kind of data you would get from scammers, and they would find it's because of you would give them personal info.
Is it just car dealerships, or can other big tech companies, sell your information for profit?
Any tech company can do that. For example, I know for a fact that Google can do it sometimes, because then they give you a bunch of ads based on what you searched up recently. For example, once me and my dad were talking about cereal, and just like a couple minutes later, we saw an ad on cereal, which means they're definitely figuring out what we're trying to talk about. They're also listening, and they use that information to find ads for you.
Selling of information, like it's in a negative light. So do you think that there might be a positive side to this?
Selling information without you knowing is often is mostly bad. I don't think there's any good side to it, because without you knowing, it's probably personal information, and that shouldn't be sold to anyone.
I meant the general collection of information.
All right, so general collection, if it's not that sensitive, it's completely fine. Like favorite colors, I heard you mention earlier. Suncle mentioned earlier, sorry. Favorite color, or favorite pet or something. That's probably fine, because what can they do with that information in the first place? Like, I have a cat. They're not going to do anything with that. So some information's fine, but things like passwords or health records, yeah, that's probably not okay.
Sanka,
For some reason, don't even care about privacy. Millions of users click agree to terms of service every single day without even noticing or hesitating. If users are fine giving up control, I don't know why, but why should we stop them?
Because they don't know it'll hurt them in the long term. Because coming back to my scamming story, if they just say, "Oh, we accept the terms and conditions," without realizing that there's personalizing cookies, there's also a specific cookie you'll find on websites saying the right to sell data. I usually turn that off all the time, because with that, coming back to my car dealership thing, they could send us scam emails, and that could harm us in the long term.
I believe that collection of information is a good idea because it can help personalize ads and bring you what you're looking for. Personalized ads aren't all annoying because those items will help you if they know what you're looking for. But I believe that what information is given to the companies should be in the hands of users. So while cookies may be optional, many people just click do all cookies. While cookies can allow for the selling of data, which, as the previous panelist discussed, is extremely bad. So we should focus on making sure people know what is happening in those terms. For example, 67% of people do not know what happens to whatever data they give to their company. And that's why, as Sankalp said, this wasteful giving of data is occurring, which can lead to many problems, such as elaborate phishing scams that use your personal information, ads that are just really annoying, and also the fact the fact that the selling of information, which is really bad, and also the fact that they give this information to AIs, which in itself is a controversial thing, and they often do not give credit to the many people who did do this without even knowing it. So companies should focus on making their terms and conditions more readable and more condensed. Or we could have a specific sort of school class, or like a drop-in session, like how me and my class sometimes get docents for art, but a docent for what happens to your data, where does it go, how can it be used nefariously, and how to protect yourself, and also how the terms and conditions are used. This would help make sure that 100% of people know what happens to our data. Thank you.
All right, great job, Joel.
But I have one question. What do you think the best balance between keeping user data safe and allowing technology to improve is?
I think that since every human has a different opinion and a different idea of what's right for them, we should give them that choice. We should not set a fixed, okay, they should give you this amount of data. I feel like the user should have that idea and knowledge to be able to set that balance for what balances for them. For example, what balances for me might not balance for my dad or my mom. So, yeah, I think that should be set by the user, not by a separate company that doesn't know what's going on.
I feel like it is not okay for big tech companies to control user information. When tech companies hold massive amounts of user information, it centralizes control over digital identities, often leading to privacy loss, security risks, and the manipulation of user behavior. The primary arguments for why tech companies should not have unchecked control over user data include security and data breaches and AI data hunger. Basically, most tech companies are doing right now, including some AIs, are they take what you are doing right now, like if you search up on Google, like what should I have for breakfast tomorrow or something like that, they're gonna give you ads like cereal ads, like, or like oatmeal ads, like Samanvi was talking about. They can control what information you give them without your permission, which I don't think is okay. Instead, like Joel said, I think they should keep a clear limit and let the usual user control their own information. For example, they should give a notification asking, hey, you gave this piece of information. Can we use it to personalize your app? And you can click I agree, or you can say you disagree. And they should make it so that the user really thinks about it instead of just an annoying little notification showing up, which most people just click agree to get rid of.
Okay, great job. So does anyone have any questions? Joel, go ahead.
Think about what's happening to your information. But I also like to add, I actually searched up what should I have for breakfast, and I didn't really get a bunch of ads for cereal or something like that, or any ads at all. So, yeah.
It happens sometimes in different websites. For example, like you search it up, um, like for example, if you're using like AI, like ChatGPT or Gemini or something, they use your information, what you searched up last, to personalize your conversation and train bot models, which I don't think they should be doing, but they do.
So once I went onto Google to search something up for my friends, like what gift I should give them, and the Google, it said making it personalized for you, and that personalization might actually cause a lot of harm. Like it knew the price I usually pay for my gifts. Like what? That's so bad.
From your recent purchases to what you search up, just to personalize what info you get for as an answer. Most
Also,
AI use most AI
also,
apps use it.
another thing I want to add is no, I think tech companies have like a lot of cybersecurity. How do that much data safe locked in their massive security systems than anywhere else? Like get out.
Some tech companies just sell your information for profit, and sometimes they use that information to, like I said, train AI bots and how they should personalize your responses based on your searches.
Websites like NordVPN, which should help you block those data brokers. Should we use stuff like that, like the firewalls and like blockers, or should we educate people on how to watch out for this?
I think we should do both. Educating people about how to safely give your information to companies while also controlling your own information instead of letting the companies do it is a really good idea. And also, if you don't want them to access your information and you're big on your privacy, then I think you should have firewalls, and you should say you should just not let them have your information in the first place.
Okay, I agree.
All right. So that is everyone. So we, the judges, me, Isu, Rajni.
So now, everyone, the moment you have been waiting for and you've been preparing, just give me one moment. I'm sharing my screen. And here we go. So here are the winners of the panel discussion competition.
Yeah, so we have Samita and Samanvi tied for third. It was near impossible to choose between you two. You guys were basically equal on most of the sections. So you guys tied for third. Joel, you did a great job arguing. Your points were good, concise. And Sankup, you were first. You did an amazing job participating, asking questions, making your points, communicating. So just a great job to everyone who participated.